Thursday. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Sam Darnold and the New York Jets taking on Jalen Hurts and the New England Patriots.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Here now comes the Jets offense, and the man that will be captaining the ship at 6'3", it's Sam Darnold.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
On first down, Darnold. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs it
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
A gain of
the numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 101 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. Lynn Bowden, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Jets, nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Darnold's pass intercepted by the Patriots.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that.
7 yards, the pick up there. Able to get first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Good. Makes the score Patriots 6, Jets nothing.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Third down. And 4 yards.
From the gun, it's Hurts. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
New England.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Second down, here's Hurts. Throw caught here by Bird. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he will go down. Pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Good. That keeps the score. Patriots.
Sam Darnold heading back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. Gets by him and now a little daylight. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 30.
On 2nd and 9. Darnold, quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, first down. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, I thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now, I've got a full package, a guy who can do it.
And Darnold, he lost the football.
Jalen Hurts sacked. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
At their own 25.
And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Going deep this time. He's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one goes for 36 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Devin Asiasi with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look,
and he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Devin Asiasi. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets their next drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football.
And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by New England.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Jalen Hurts as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. Jakeem Grant, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home, Raymond James Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Patriots take over first and 10. At their
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to go up top again. It's caught at the 10.
You got to feel it, baby.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown.
Demir Bird with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots continue to roll. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
25-yard line.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Darnold. A screen to Bell. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive play.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football. Make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New England trying to get to place on offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now here's a throw that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Jalen Hurts. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jets 6.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
28-yard line.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Loss of a yard on the play, and it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dietrich Wise in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From the 50, it's Darnold. That was a short one to Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Again, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone, following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
12-yard line.
Darnold to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. There with the tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They run with Patterson. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Patterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And they take a knee. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down.
A 27-yard attempt.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.